Hey everyone, it's Father Bailey here, and just wanted to give a short video that gives you a little bit of more idea of what you're getting when you get the Epiphany pack this Sunday. Now, I've talked to you in church about getting blessed or holy water, but there's also a couple other things that you're going to get, and that's what I want to talk to you about here today so you can have a little preview. Now, note everything I'm telling you on this video, you'll have instructions within your packet about how to do these things, but you can refer back to this video if you would like to know more. So the first thing, as you have heard me talk about, is this. This is a vial of water. This is not blessed water. I took this just out of the tap, but you will get a bottle that will have blessed water that you will be able to take home. Now, what do I do with this? That might be the question a lot of you are asking. Now, first thing to know about holy water is this is not magic water. This is not like some of those scary movies where you see the priest throwing it on people trying to drive demons away. You can't use it, unfortunately, to drive people you don't like away. It doesn't quite work that way. What this is, though, number one, for this Sunday, it is a reminder of what we're celebrating, which is the baptism of Jesus. This water, like when we consecrate bread and wine for Eucharist, which, of course, if you're getting this, you're likely going to be getting bread for communion this Sunday. It's still bread, but it's consecrated with the presence of the Lord in it. Now, with communion, we call that the real presence. With this, it doesn't mean Jesus is in the water, but what it means is that this water is blessed for the purposes in which this symbol stands for. Keep in mind, this is a sacrament. Sacrament, an outward and visible sign of an inward and spiritual grace, the good old classic definition of Anglican sacrament. What this will be for you is a way to be able to sprinkle this as a reminder of God's blessing and cleansing upon your house. One of the things you're going to see from the other things I'm going to show you is the fact that Epiphany is the season of blessing. God's blessing becoming manifest within our own homes and within the world. Now, normally, during Epiphany, I'd offer myself to come do blessings on your home for you so that then from your home you can go forth into the world and manifest, be the epiphany of God's light and love to the world. That's why I'm giving you this. There's going to be some prayers, which I don't have here with you because you couldn't see them anyway, but I'm going to give you a list of prayers and actually the service for blessing your own home for Epiphany, which there's a couple of parts which only the priest can do, but pretty much you can do the rest of it. And this will be a huge part of this, and I'll give you a few other activities for which to do this. The other part of this video, or the other part that's going into your packet, is going to be a piece of chalk. Yay, I'm getting a piece of sidewalk chalk, which of course you can use for fun. But there is an actual purpose to this. You can look it up, and you're going to get this in your packets. Don't worry, you don't have to memorize this. You just refer back to this for reference. You are going to be invited to chalk the doorpost or the lintel of your home. It's an ancient ritual that's really kind of come back into fad in recent years, and I, until recently, have not been a big fan of this. But the two reasons I've sort of come around is number one, it invokes the name of the wise men, which my son is really getting interested in. But number two, in this time in which we can use all the blessing we can get, it is a very powerful way, again, not a magic trick to keep evil things out, but rather to invoke the blessing of God upon you. And really, the biblical precedent for this comes from the story of the Passover. If you read that from Exodus, where the Israelites in Egypt were called to slaughter a lamb and put the blood on the lintel and posts of their door as a sign for the angel of death who was coming to kill the firstborn of Egypt to pass over their home. This is not quite as dark and worrisome a ritual as that, but that's where it gets its origins from. And what you will do, and I hope it's going to come through not backwards here on the video, it probably will here, but you are going to write 20, 21. Yeah, it is going to come through backwards. So I'm not going to write this on here, but what you'll do is you'll write the number 20, then a cross, or a plus, it'll look like a plus sign. Then you'll write the initial C, then a cross, then you'll write the initial M, then a cross, then the initial D, then another cross, and then finally 2021. So what you have is 20 CMB 21, the year framing those three letters. And in those three letters, it can stand for two different things. One is the traditional or legendary names of the three wise men, C being Caspar, M being Melchior, and B being Balthazar. The other thing that it stands for, which personally I like better, is that it is a Latin blessing, Christus Mansionem Benedicat, which means Christ bless this house. So that's what you're getting in your Advent Epiphany pack. And this is something which you can do together as a family. You can chalk your home together. There's some prayers that go with that that will be included. You can do the blessing on your house together. Again, I'll give you some other activities for which you can use your holy water, which you can use that for both the blessing of the house and for the chalking of your house. But my whole point in giving this to you is a way to be reminded of the symbols of God's blessing that are among us. That's what I'm going to talk about in my sermon this Sunday. Talk about the baptism of Jesus, the importance of symbols in speaking to us a greater truth that is present within us and around us. So, if you haven't already reserved communion and or your Epiphany pack, email me immediately, please, at revnorman1011@gmail.com. Send me an email. I'll have you there. You can either come by and have it picked up after church on Sunday, or if you request, just let us know if you'd like it delivered to you, and we'll be happy to do that. But I want to offer this as a way that this Epiphany season, as we continue to worship virtually, may be a way in which we can continue to find God's blessings in these strange times that we are in. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. And again, don't forget, if you haven't already reserved or given me a confirmation that you would like to receive communion and or this pack, please do so as soon as you can. Thanks. See you Sunday.